Hey everybody, welcome back to the Centaur Fragrance Channel. I am Benjamin, of course, your host today. I wanted to switch it up a little bit. Did you like that? Let me know in the comment sections below. And of course, before we talk about our fragrance today, why don't you help me out? Please like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share the video, tell a friend. So today we're going to be talking about none other than Dance With Me from Possets. Now this is a beautiful fragrance and I have to tell you all about it. It's very different. If you want indie, if you want fragrances that are a little bit different, indie is a great way to go. And this is certainly one of those fragrances that captures what indie can do. Now let's jump into the smell. Guys and gals, this is pretty wonderful stuff. This is like a sparkling pink grapefruit fragrance. And there are some other notes that jump into this fragrance. I think that there's some musk, maybe some, and there's a lavender. I remember right, yeah, there's a coumarin, a tiny bit of coumarin, and some lavender. This fragrance seems like very fresh and laid back, but once you really dive into this, this is a very creative fragrance. I've never encountered a brand that's really given a certain note, a tone. Or maybe there is a certain type of pink grapefruit out there. I've never come across one, but it certainly does smell like pink grapefruit. It almost makes me think of pink lemonade. It really does have that pink kind of tone to it. The grapefruit is sparkling and fresh and happy and certainly cheerful. Um, and there's also that coumarin is very clean, and but it does give a little bit of an edge. It smells almost like a musk. It's very nice, but it's not the same as like a musk. It's a little bit more heady. The musk, instead of being like more of a dry down, a little bit more laid back. In the dry down, the coumarin brings almost that musky tone to the forefront, to the top of the fragrance. So it's very nice. It's very interesting. Very well done fragrance. This is supposed to capture the feel, I think, of a festival back in the day, like a cultural celebration, maybe in the woods. And I can see where this is like sparkling and happy. Maybe with the different flavored alcohols and the different booze and the mixes and all those things going on. And as it dries down, things become a little bit more sweaty and a little bit more musky, and maybe things become hedonistic. I'm not sure. But this is a very, very well done fragrance. At first, I thought it was aldehydic, and it kind of scared me away because it was a little bit bright and a little bit sparkly in the beginning. But then I gave it some time. I came back to it and I tried it, and it's a very well done fragrance. It's still not my style of fragrance. I find it a little bit piercing in its own way, but it's certainly a very, very well done fragrance. This is a joy to smell and a joy to come across that this is such a well done fragrance. If you are a lady out there and you've wanted a fragrance that captures the smell of pink lemonade, I think that this is your go-to. I think that this is probably the one it's the best one probably that's ever been made. This does capture that feel and that smell, and the lavender makes it a little bit calming with the musk, and then as it dries down, it becomes really, really interesting in how this coumarin and musk kind of develops. In that grapefruit kind of goes away, but the freshness is still a little bit there. It's so interesting, but it's so wearable at the same time. This fragrance is very wearable. I think all genders can wear this fragrance. Of course, me thinking pink, it might lean slightly feminine, but this is perfectly unisex. It certainly is a perfectly unisex fragrance. But again, I think ladies would gravitate more towards this. But and again, I have never smelled anything like this. I highly recommend that you try this fragrance out. I think a lot of ladies are going to like this. I think a lot of ladies are going to gravitate towards this fragrance. It's fun. This fragrance is a lot of fun, and I think it's very well done. So this is kind of a short review. There's not a lot of notes, but I do want to tell y'all that the longevity on this one was 6 hours or so, 6 or 7. This is a fresher scent. It doesn't last as long as some of the other ones from this collection or just in general. But projection was actually pretty nice. This fragrance actually projects fairly well. And then it becomes pretty faint. The grapefruit, y'all know, is a note that just doesn't stick around for a long time. That's just the nature of citrus notes. But this has a lot of grapefruit, and it was really fun, just in general. And grapefruit is always a good note. So this is pretty mass appealing for an indie fragrance, but certainly has a lot of character. So that's the projection longevity side of things. Now we're going to talk about, of course, the compliment factor. As a guy, I didn't feel comfortable wearing this fragrance, but I did let my family and some friends smell this, and they thought it was very different. They felt like it was like fizzy and sparkly, and almost like a soda, like a pink grapefruit soda of sorts, or maybe like a sparkling water, or maybe like a mineral soda. It was. They thought it was. It smelled fantastic. They really did like it. So it's a nice fragrance through and through. Price wise, and then my final thoughts. You can get these for around the $35-$40 range for a 10 ml roll on. They do have bigger size bottles for all of these, but I do recommend that y'all probably get the 10 ml roll ons unless you really love a fragrance like this and you're going to wear it a lot. These fragrances are highly concentrated, and of course, if you're buying a lot of different fragrances and you're really into collecting or you like all the variety of fragrances out there, you probably don't need a lot of juice. 10 mils will probably last you a very long time. So a very nice fragrance. Certainly, I think is unisex, but leans more for the ladies. Highly recommended for the ladies out there. This is a very fun fragrance, a very good fragrance. And certainly, I think that this brand is great. Again, these samples and the fragrances from this brand were sent to me for review, but I do want to be transparent. But I do appreciate this fragrance, and certainly do respect this creation. So, great fragrance, wonderful job, Possets. You knocked it out of the park with this one. I do recommend this one. I will link their website down below if you want to check out this fragrance and check out this brand. I think that they're wonderful. And you definitely, certainly got to give indie a try. If you've never dived into indie, and if you've been, kind of bored with designer fragrances, if you want something a little different, if you want creativity, indie is really a great way to go. So definitely check out this fragrance. Let me know if you liked my review today. How am I doing? Let me know down there in the comment section below. And while you're there, why don't you give me a like and a comment? Again, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and share the video. When you hit the notification bell, you got to hit all notifications. YouTube is funny. If you don't, you won't get notified of all my videos. Even though you hit the notification bell, YouTube still won't give you all my notifications, and you'll miss out on my episodes if you don't hit all notifications. So, I'm not trying to promote myself too much, but I got to do it. That's how the YouTube world works. So, I'll see y'all next time, my friend. All my friends out there. Peace out, wear what you love, rock what you got. And this is a really nice creation. It's a really nice juice. I was surprised. I had to give it a second chance, but it's good stuff. So Dance With Me is a fantastic fragrance. I'll see you next time, my friends, and bye.